You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Watch out for MSG. It'll make you sick. For decades, this simple white powder has been blamed for everything from headaches to heart palpitations. But what if I told you the entire story was based on a misunderstanding, a sprinkle of bad science, and a whole lot of cultural bias? What if the villain in your pantry is actually a hero in disguise? Let's uncover the truth about MSG. First off, what even is MSG? It stands for monosodium glutamate. It's a flavor enhancer, a simple salt of an amino acid called glutamic acid. Its superpower? Boosting a flavor known as umami, that savory, meaty, deeply satisfying taste you get from a perfectly seared steak or a rich mushroom soup. It doesn't add a new taste. It just makes the good taste already there taste even better. Think of it as a volume knob for flavor. Umami is officially recognized as the fifth basic taste, right alongside sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. And MSG is one of the purest ways to get it. Sounds pretty great, right? So, where did all the trouble begin? Our story takes us back to 1968. A letter, not a scientific study, was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. A doctor wrote about experiencing numbness, weakness, and palpitations after eating at Chinese American restaurants. He speculated that it could be caused by several ingredients, including MSG. The media latched on to the MSG idea, and the term Chinese restaurant syndrome was born. Suddenly, a wave of panic swept the nation. People started reporting similar symptoms, and Chinese restaurants became the primary target. Signs saying, "No MSG," popped up everywhere, becoming a marketing tool to signal that a restaurant was safe. But here's the twist. When scientists actually tried to study this phenomenon, they hit a wall. In numerous double-blind, placebo-controlled studies, the gold standard of scientific research, they just couldn't replicate the so-called Chinese restaurant syndrome. When people who claimed to be sensitive to MSG were given it without their knowledge, they showed no more symptoms than when they were given a placebo, a fake pill with nothing in it. The vast majority of the evidence against MSG was purely anecdotal, just personal stories, not rigorous science. It turns out, when you believe something will make you sick, you're much more likely to feel sick. It's called the nocebo effect, the evil twin of the placebo effect. And here's the biggest shocker. MSG is not some weird artificial chemical cooked up in a lab. Glutamate is one of the most abundant amino acids in nature. It's in your body right now. It's also naturally present in tons of foods you eat and love every day. That delicious Parmesan cheese you sprinkle on your pasta? Loaded with natural glutamate. Those ripe, juicy tomatoes in your salad? Full of it. Mushrooms, cured meats, soy sauce, even human breast milk, they all contain significant amounts of natural glutamate. Your body can tell the difference between the glutamate from a tomato and the glutamate from a shaker or MSG. It digests and uses them in exactly the same way. Because of this, major health organizations around the world have repeatedly confirmed MSG's safety. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, classifies MSG as generally recognized as safe, or GRAS. This is the same category as salt, pepper, and sugar. The World Health Organization and the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations have also declared it safe. The only time they've found any effects is when people consume massive doses. We're talking grams of MSG on an empty stomach, which can cause some mild, temporary symptoms like a headache in a very small subset of people. But that's true for almost anything, even water if you drink too much of it. So if the science says it's safe, why did the myth become so powerful? A big part of the answer, unfortunately, is cultural prejudice. In the late 1960s, there was a lot of suspicion surrounding foreign or exotic foods. The panic didn't start with pizza parlors or burger joints, even though they used plenty of glutamate-rich ingredients like cheese and tomatoes. It specifically targeted Chinese restaurants. The term Chinese restaurant syndrome itself unfairly singled out an entire cuisine and the culture behind it, reinforcing harmful stereotypes about Asian food being unclean or strange. It was a fear of the unfamiliar, disguised as a health concern. The irony is that while you've been avoiding that Chinese restaurant with the no MSG sign, you've been eating MSG all along without even knowing it. It's a key ingredient in some of the most popular foods on the planet. Your favorite savory snacks and potato chips? They almost certainly contain it. Canned soups, salad dressings, bouillon cubes, and processed meats are often packed with it for that extra flavor punch. Even fast food chains use it to make their chicken and fries more addictive. Food manufacturers are clever though. They often hide it on the ingredients list under names like hydrolyzed vegetable protein, autolyzed yeast extract, soy extract, or even natural flavor. So while you thought you were avoiding it, you were just avoiding the letters MSG. Decades after the initial scare, you can still see its ghost. Restaurants proudly advertise no MSG on their menus, playing on that lingering, unfounded fear. It's a marketing gimmick that has long outlived the science it was supposedly based on. It's a solution to a problem that never really existed. The continued use of this label just perpetuates the myth and keeps the misinformation alive for a new generation. It's a classic example of how fear, especially when mixed with a dash of prejudice, can be a much more powerful and lasting force than scientific fact. The truth is, fear is contagious and spreads much faster than a well-reasoned scientific explanation. A scary headline is always more clickable than a detailed research paper. Once an idea like MSG is bad gets lodged in the public consciousness, it's incredibly difficult to remove, even with mountains of evidence to the contrary. We trust stories from friends or sensational media reports more than we trust the consensus of scientists. The MSG myth is a perfect case study in how misinformation can take on a life of its own, causing real-world harm to businesses and entire communities, all based on a feeling rather than facts. So, the next time you see that no MSG sign, you'll know the real story. MSG isn't the dietary demon it's been made out to be. It's a misunderstood, unfairly maligned ingredient that just makes food taste better. It's time we let go of the fear and embrace the flavor. This whole saga reminds us to be critical of what we hear and to look for the real science behind the scary headlines. What other food myths have you always wondered about? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll bust another one in a future video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the things we eat. See you next time.